remember sound? Does it sound familiar to you?
It sounds familiar. I just don't know what it is.
What is it, Kiowa? You know what it is.
Is it a Frankie Charlie original?
It is
That's what I
a
thought.
Frankie Charlie original. It's that song Wandering. Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Munch Gang.
Yes, sir.
And we have a special guest today, one of my very, very long time friends. We've been friends for, seems like 15 years probably.
Probably, yeah. Since Raven stopped being your friend.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
And then I was allowed to come in and scoop you up.
We pretty much traded brothers, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I was friends with you, and then Raven tried to be friends with Rocky Chow Lee, but Rocky Chow Lee was too famous for him.
It was too cool. Ever since he did that back heel.
Down
I
the
believe
10.
it was the 10. Yeah, I did down the 10. He just got too cool.
Way too cool. Anyways, my guest today is Mr. Kiowa Walworth. Woo!
People call it Kiowa Chad Walworth. They go full name. KCW just kind of sounds like a radio name. So
KCW, that sounds pretty cool, actually.
welcome to KCW.
I love it. Yo, anyways, how was your Christmas and your New Year's?
The holidays were good. As you know, I got 2 kids and a wife. I'm an adult now.
Grown.
Grown ass man. Yeah, it was good. All my money goes to them. You know, my presents. I get a couple presents myself, but it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's what Christmas is really for, for the kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then New Year's, did you go out? Did you stay up until 12 to watch the ball drop or whatever?
I don't got cable, so I got streaming services. So I even tried to look online. There's literally nothing. I couldn't stream anything that would show me the ball drop.
At the perfect time.
Yeah, it was like, oh, East Coast, it already happened. And you're like, well, that doesn't help me here.
That is an issue. I remember doing that for like 3 years straight, looking up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Ball drop, but then it'll be like 2019 or something. You're like, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, here's Japan's ball drop. Or
Berlin.
Here's Italy's. Yeah, here's Berlin, Australia. You're like, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
I just want mine. How was yours?
It was good.
Talked about it a little bit, I believe, already, but
Yeah, I didn't stay up. I think I just watched it at 10 when the New York ball dropped. Because it's, 2 hours ahead of us or 2.5, I don't know. But
between 2 and 3 for sure.
yeah, I think I had work the next day. So I was like, I'm not staying up too late.
I'm not doing this.
But I did have, I was trying to do like a New Year's resolution.
What was your New Year's res?
I was like, I'm going to try to be sober for as long as I can in the new year.
What's that in your hand?
I know. That's the thing. Literally the first night, I didn't make it.
You're like, this is boring.
Yeah. I was like, I need a beverage right now. So, yeah, that didn't work out well. So
I kind of told myself the same thing, too. I was like, oh, yeah, let's see. I don't need to drink as much beer or whiskey or whatever. I'm like, let me push it out to like special events, birthdays, whatever, the Super Bowl or something.
Right.
And then it just went into like, oh, cool, it's the weekend, I'll have another beer. You know what I mean? Oh, cool, it's a Wednesday, I'll have another beer.
Yeah. And then when you're hanging out with friends, when you go over to their house, it's like, it's almost weird if you don't drink something. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
What am I going to drink? Water?
No.
No,
I'm not trying to be hydrated.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be hydrated.
It's
What?
like Ian MacDaddy Santos will come over to my house, like we'll watch a basketball game or a football game, and I don't even ask, and he'll bring like a 12-pack of beer, and we're like, well, we got to drink it.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave it in my fridge.
Don't want to be rude.
I don't want to be rude. You paid for this. So, absolutely. Shout out to you, Ian Santos. Thank you for always hooking
Shout
it
out
up.
to Ian Santos. Was that your only resolution? Did you have anything else in mind?
I told myself I was going to work out like everybody else does.
Same.
But having those kids, it's too hard to go to the gym.
Timing.
It's timing and everything. It's difficult. So I was like, oh, cool, man. I'm gonna buy workout gear, put it in my garage, and get down. My garage is always cold. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, goddamn.
Especially if you're trying to do it in the morning, extra cold for sure.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, and especially because if you don't do it at the garage, you do it at the gym. The gym is popping the first 2 weeks. It's crazy.
Everybody has that resolution.
Literally everybody.
Good for them. I hope you can all stick to it. Like I couldn't, but I doubt you will. So that's a simple fact.
Try your best, and you made it farther than I did. That's for sure.
Now you beat 2 people who are currently on the Munch Gang. Good for you.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you.
proud of you. Proud of you.
So I see Avatar written up there.
I do. I was gonna ask you if you have watched the movie Avatar.
I'm a big Avatar, the Last Airbender fan.
Last Airbender.
A real Avatar, everybody. No, I haven't seen the new movie. Stop.
When they came out with that movie,
Yeah.
like Hong. Oh man. But no, the Avatar. It's just Avatar. I
Way
guess.
of the Water. Isn't
Way
it?
the Way of Water.
I
Yeah.
believe, yeah. I haven't seen it actually, and I know what the title is, but haven't seen it. My wife's seen it, Nia. Shout out my wife, Nia. She went and saw it with Jesse, and I've yet to go see it. Put 3 hours down for it.
Yeah, 3 hours. It's worth it. How did she feel about it? Did she tell you?
She said she definitely cried. I believe someone dies in it. She spoiled that for me. I won't. But someone dies and she cried.
Yeah.
And she said, it looked amazing.
Oh, visuals are on point. I'm telling you. That's the best part about it. I watched it in 3D because I knew, what is it, James Cameron? He was working on it for like 10 plus years or whatever. And he's not about storyline. We know that.
We know that.
But visuals, he puts you into this world. You're immersed into this world where it's like, at the end of the movie, you're like, what world am I in right now?
Did I just live that?
Is this real life again? So
I heard he already has like the third one done.
done?
Like that's why it took so long, is because they were trying to record them like that close together.
Wow.
So I mean that would be sick. That means it'd be coming out soon.
Yeah.
Next year or so.
I can't wait. The visuals are just the water itself, them swimming, and then of course the CGI was almost like there wasn't CGI. You know, not to hate on DC movies, but everybody knows DC movies. You can tell there's a green screen in the background, or the rocks are made out of styrofoam. You know what I mean?
Dwayne Johnson is made out of styrofoam. Absolutely.
Yeah, and steroids.
and stories. I enjoy the DC movies. I really do. I love Marvel way more. Who doesn't? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I just wish DC had the same love put into it. You know what I mean? But they keep trying to rush and do things. And
They're just trying to keep up with Marvel. I think that's what it is.
yeah, you got to make it your own thing. Don't try to keep up with them and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, some of their shows and their movies are good, but Marvel's just been ahead of the
Juggernaut.
game.
Yeah, they've been killing it.
Speaking of New Year's earlier, did you know, technically, I think, since China is, 16 hours ahead of us, last night was the Chinese New Year.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. And then today, I think it's Chinese New Year for us Americans. I don't have a green card.
Don't say that on here.
I'm not an alien. I'm a U.S. citizen. But yeah, it's Chinese New Year, and
You're the rabbit.
I celebrated it this morning with some friends. I went over to one of the original Munch Gang's house, Lai's parents' house, and they made the best food. It was delicious.
That's the best.
You already know Munch Gang. If you hit me up with a party that has food, I'm going.
I'm there.
I'm there.
It's a simple fact.
But do you know what this year's animal is?
You're the rabbit.
Yeah, you're the rabbit.
Yes, it's amazing. I think it's really cool. What's yours? Your Chinese zodiac?
I'm a boar.
I'm a cock.
Yeah, sounds about white.
Yeah, sounds pretty white. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, this year's rabbit. So I think the Chinese lore, is that the right word?
Lore.
Lore. So if you're a rabbit, then that means this is going to be a bad year for you. So if the year falls on your sign or animal, then this whole year is not going to be good.
Oh shit!
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
You would think the opposite, right?
Yeah, you would think that this is your lucky year.
Yeah,
Finally. That actually scares me for when it comes around.
Yeah.
When was the last year of the chicken?
I don't know. Because I know there's, 7 animals. So every 7 years it falls on your year. So it'd have to be within the 7 years.
Dear Lord.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully the other 6 are lucky.
Yeah, right. I know. Hey, this must be my lucky year.
Yeah.
It must be.
Yeah, the year of the rabbit. Good luck to you guys.
Mm-hmm. Go watch Zootopia. There's a rabbit.
There's a
rabbit
rabbit.
in it.
Watch Peter Rabbit as well.
All the rabbit movies you could fucking choke
Think
down.
of. Just so you feel better about yourself. It was cool. But anyways, dude, I got something special for you. we're bringing it Munch Gang back to its roots. We're bringing it back to the spicy challenges.
The food, the deliciousness.
Dun dun dun. And if you're just listening to the audio, maybe you could skip through this part.
Or maybe you like the sound of eating.
ASMR. Slurp slurp. Anyways, we got today we got. So the first episode we came out with was the White Boy versus Spicy Ramen with Hunter Gibson Spade. And that was the I guess technically the ×1 spicy ramen. But today we have the ×2 Korean spicy ramen challenge. But with the new white boy.
A new white man.
White man. Tall white man versus spicy ramen.
I believe there's a ×10 to these too, isn't there?
No, ×10?
I thought so, wasn't it?
If there's a ×10, I would be frightened.
What color is the bag of like the regular one?
The regular one is the black one.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's. I thought the black was ×10.
×2 is red, and they also have like the cold,
bag, right?
the cold ones, which is like the light baby blue color.
Oh, baby blue. Which one's the purple one?
They've had a couple. I don't know what those are, but
I swear there's a ×10 out there.
Right,
Probably. Somebody Google that. Put it in the comments.
Exactly. Anyways, let's get this going. So we already cooked the ramen. We have it prepared right here. We got the kitty cat chopsticks, thanks to Michelle.
Yes.
Oh,
thank you, Michelle.
And what we're gonna do, this is the sauce packet. It's just the deadly packet of hot sauce.
The deadly package.
I'm gonna pour it on here.
Put this here next to you.
Hopefully I don't spill anything.
Oh, that's delish. Oh yeah, let me help you squeeze that on.
Yeah, please do.
Yes, I have a lot right there. I have more.
Yeah, I'm giving you more of it.
The guest, I really appreciate that.
Because this is the tall white man versus spicy ramen episode.
I'm not Josh Fitzgerald tall, but I'll take it.
Average white man.
Slightly above average.
Stir that bad boy up. Oh my goodness.
You'd smell it, man.
Even for me, this is actually pretty spicy.
I'm pretty good with spicy foods too. Watch, I say that, and then I'm gonna like inhale this wrong, and then just die
cough for the rest of the. You're gonna have to end it there.
You have to end it there.
Speaking of Korean, aren't you like part Asian? Are you? Do you have any Asian in you?
You're saying that because of my almond eyes, but no, Native American. And then I believe then the rest of me is white, just Welsh, Nordic.
Welsh, like
Nordic.
the grape?
Like the
grape
grape,
juice?
yes. I've got some grape in me.
Yeah. That's funny.
But my wife is Filipino, so my kids are 25%.
So you're basically Asian.
So I got the card. Is what's up. Ooh, man.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Wait. What is it called when you eat on camera? And like people just listen to you. Is it mukbang?
Mukbang.
There it is. Mukbang channel.
Mukbang Munch Gang.
Munch Gang.
Let's do this. Cheers. Tap noodles. Wow.
All over my lips.
This is actually pretty spicy. I can't do this.
I put it immediately on my lips. It's gonna burn the whole time.
I actually forgot how spicy this was. I don't know if you could tell on the camera, but I'm sweating.
I didn't know you could sweat.
I watched this podcast, Bobby Lee.
I love Bobby Lee.
Yeah, he's so funny. Hot. Tiger Belly.
Yes.
And for some reason, he says he'd never sweated in his life. I'm like, bro, is that even possible? He just doesn't have pores or something?
No pores. You made me laugh and it hit the top of my roof or of my mouth.
I guess he's rich, so he's never poor.
Can I? Damn it. While my mouth's burning, let me ask you this. Or let me tell the people here. Remember the very first time I met you? When I woke up in my bunk bed on the top bunk. I never really met you before. You're hanging out with my brother.
Raven.
What did you say to me as I woke up?
As you woke up, so this was a great time, man. I loved this era because...
It was a good era, for sure.
It was my peak as a human being.
You had that swoosh to your hair.
But he woke up, and I looked him straight in the eyes. I said, I kissed you while you're sleeping. And he looked at me terrified. He's like, who is Raven?
Like, who is this man you have over?
Yeah.
Why did he kiss me when we slept?
Exactly. And you're like, what?
Man, that was so funny.
Super funny.
Wow, this is really hot. I forgot how hot this was.
Yeah, because I eat the ×1, the regular one,
right.
on like a daily basis almost, and makes you do the spicy.
Oh, yeah. I have the shits for sure.
Mm-hmm. But man, I think that's good enough for me. Are you gonna try to finish the whole thing?
Oh yeah, it's so good. It's good that it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good time. Before that, I had another funny situation with another person I stayed the night at. The first time I met Hunter Spade, actually.
Hunter Gibson.
I was probably 12 or 13, and we stayed the night at our buddy Antone.
Hey, remember Antone?
Yeah, Antone's house, because it was his birthday party or something, and we were skating. We stayed the night. We woke up in the morning. He had this giant bed just in like this man cave that we all slept in. And me and Hunter shared the bed, I guess. And I woke up, and he woke up, and he's like, and I told him, I was like, is it weird that I woke up with a Woody? he looked at me, and he's like, bro, who is this guy? I guess I'm just funny all around. Huh?
There's one thing I'll say. You make a great first impression.
Yeah.
Is this for our noses?
Yeah, that's for wiping
That's beautiful.
your noses, and I try to stay prepared.
I mean, it's got some sauce on it, but I'll go through that.
Yeah, don't burn your face with that. I should have some tissue boxes, but I also brought you another treat to cool it down, actually. Let's see what I got here.
Tasty, though.
I saw these at the Asian store the other day.
What is it?
Taro flavored wafers.
Oh, hell yes.
You already know. If you're a boba fan, if you like boba tea, you for sure have probably tried taro.
Oh, yeah. Nia loves taro, dude.
And
can I take one of these home to Nia?
You could take like 5 of them, dude. Look at this thing. This thing's huge. But,
so sick.
yeah, it's delicious.
And taro's like a potato, right? It's like a...
I don't know if it's a potato, but
Like
it's definitely like
similar
a
to it?
fruit, I think. I remember we went to this Hawaiian place. Me and Michelle went to this Hawaiian place in Eureka, on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
And they served fresh blended taro milkshakes. And that was like one of the best things we've ever had.
So good.
For sure. And yeah, I think it's almost like a coconutty fruit.
Yeah, I'm thinking of ubi. Have you ever had ubi?
Mm-mm.
It's a Filipino thing. I've had ubi. That's like a similar to a potato, I believe. So that's where I'm getting mixed up. But I love taro still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Taro.
Gotta love that taro.
Taro. Dude, it's crazy that I haven't seen you in literally forever.
It's been a long time. We've been friends for so long, but like adult life just hit us.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I mean?
used to be over at your house every single day.
Literally, my house was the spot to be. Do you remember we used to go skateboarding like almost, it was like every weekend, but like almost every day. And it was like, we had 10 people in my house, like sleeping in the living room in my room. There was Miles, Tommy, Stephen Beaupre, Hunter, you,
Josh,
who slept on my couch, always Josh.
Preston, many people.
Oh my gosh, me, obviously, Ian, Raven, like so many people. I remember like our couches were completely covered. Hunter always took the chair, and it was just it was so wild. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that household. God.
Remember when we used to make skate videos? You have a YouTube page actually with some of our old clips. Mm-hmm. If you guys want to watch some of my old skate clips, some of Kiowa's old skate clips, check out TBSK All Day 69 on YouTube. And there's some great videos of us skating back then.
I have no access to that, I think.
What? You lost the password or something?
I think Raven changed it.
Oh.
But somebody changed it. I don't have access to it. But regardless, it's so many old, great / shitty videos. It was just, it's good. How old are those? Like It says 8
8
years, but it
years.
feels longer.
It feels longer,
It feels
right?
way longer.
It's weird that we're getting old, for sure.
Bro, my birthday's this year. Guess how old I turned?
31.
That's offensive. I turned 30.
Oh, no. The big 3-0.
The big 3-0, dude. I leave my 20s this April, and it just feels like such a trip.
Oh, yeah, your birthday's the day after 420.
It is. You know how many times I've gotten just a date late, bro?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I do have a friend that his birthday falls on 420. You know who it is?
Who?
Zartan Palmer.
Oh, yeah, Zartan, huh?
If you're watching this, shout out Zartan.
You still rapping, Zartan?
Oh, he's killing it out there.
Killing the game, I remember.
He's got some things hidden in the vault for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, this is so good. God, these videos are ridiculous.
Well, I'm trying to find that video of us. What did we do? That trick tip? Was it a trick
The
tip?
kickflip one? Or was it the backside flip?
I think it was backside flip.
Right there, backside flip?
Yeah.
When you fell out of the tree?
Oh. There we go. With the Adobe Reader sign in the middle.
It's always stuck right in the middle. Look how long my hair was.
Before we even knew what audio was. Those are my best backside flips ever, though.
Oh, dude, I remember that Rastafarian board. So sick. Oh,
The only varial flip I did in my life.
the burial heel. I thought I was really cool with this editing when you came out of the tree.
Well, I'm going to teach you how to do that.
Right here. The thunder and lightning,
Oh.
and you fall.
Straight 8
It's
thunder.
terrible.
Aggressive backside flips are.
Hey, your headphones have cords.
Yeah. What's another crazy memory you have of me? Can you think of anything off the top of your head?
I was thinking one earlier before I came over here. I was going to talk about it. Oh, that's not a crazy memory. This is just a
Is it
memory I
funny?
thought about that I thought was really funny. We were playing. It was like the week that the PS4 came out. And I had bought one because I was like, oh, cool. Like, let's buy the fucking PS4. And I bought one. And, like, the only game you could play was Outlast. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And you came over to the apartment I was living at. And we just sat there in the dark and played it. And, like, I basically was like, yeah, Nia, go
Do whatever.
somewhere else. Like, we're playing Outlast.
Yeah.
And so scary. And I remember you're like, hey, dude, can I get a haircut? And I was like, sure, let's go in my shower and let me cut your hair. So we went into my shower and I just used what I think was not even hair clippers. It was like what I used for my face.
Yeah, like a beard
And,
shaver.
like a beard shaver with like a trimmer. And I tried to fade you up. And I remember the first that I did, I went way too deep. And you just had this big
Bald spot.
bald spot in the back.
And what I was probably like, yo, just do the whole thing.
Just do the whole thing at this point. I think you rocked that bald spot for a little bit. It was actually pretty sick.
It was a
Hashtag
style
bring
back
it
then.
back.
Bring it back.
Hashtag bring it back. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I can't think of any crazy stories off the top of my head of you. I don't know about crazy, but we used to. Hopefully, the Prince High School doesn't watch this, but
I do know they do.
yeah, we used to at night. I don't know, maybe 12 to midnight, or not 12 to midnight.
12 to midnight. It was very short. Yeah,
Yeah,
very short
really
period.
quick. No, it was like probably it was nighttime, 10 to midnight, or even later sometimes. We used to go to hop the fence and just go swimming.
Oh, dude.
Those are the times.
That was when you met Nia, my
That was the
wife.
first time I met your wife.
And I remember specifically going, hey, look at her butt. Doesn't she have a nice butt?
Did I say that?
No, I said that.
Oh.
And I whatever you said, but I don't know why. I was happy. I was proud, you know. But that was so fun. Yeah, we used to go swim in that pool so often.
Oh, it was great. That fence was tall.
It was a tall order to climb. You know what I mean?
It was hard.
Yeah, it was
But
a lot.
yeah, we used to do the diving board, jump off of it.
Yes.
The high dive, the short dive. I remember we had some friends doing like backflips and front flips off of it. I'm
Hitting
like,
the gainers, I was like, yeah, I'll back you up, and I never couldn't do
no, cannonball was my move.
it. That was the hype right there.
Yeah, man, amazing.
God, so good. Do you remember that time we were skating in the what was it? This big warehouse by the McDonald's off Cypress. And
Oh yeah, indoors.
you remember that indoors one? It's torn down now, by the way. But
Right behind Buy More, by the way.
yes, we were go inside. We'd break in there, little hoodlums, and we'd go skate. And the cops came once, and we all had to book it. Were you there for that?
I was there. I was there.
We all booked it. Excuse me. We all went in different directions. Nobody knew like where to meet up.
Yeah.
And then we just ended up going right in that McDonald's right next to where we ran away from, and we just met up there. We're like,
Yeah.
okay, sick. So
What
we got
now?
away.
But we had one friend that was missing. His name was Josh Fitzgerald, 6'5".
Yep.
He couldn't find his way over the fence. Josh, if you're watching this, I'm sorry to embarrass you, but he didn't make it over the fence, and the cops got you, man.
I haven't seen him since.
Yeah. Luckily, they didn't give you a ticket or anything, but
They're just like, get the fuck out of here, kid.
yeah, just get out of here.
Although at the time you were still, I believe, still 6'5", so it's like, did they question if you were a kid?
Yeah, they're probably like, I don't want to get my ass beat, so I'm gonna let you go.
Is this guy a professional basketball player? I'm afraid.
Yeah, so in those warehouses that we used to skate, you used to do this thing on your YouTube channel called, it's a mock of Battle at the Barracks.
Oh, right, yeah. What did we call it again?
Battle of the Brotherhood.
Battle of the Brotherhood. That's right.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. Although I believe the first one, Hunter Gibson Spade, I don't know if you ever got your 40 McNuggets still.
I think you did. I remember.
I think I did do it.
After like a year.
It was after maybe a year and a half of me avoiding him because I was broke.
Yeah.
And then he finally got it. But yeah, that was great. That was a lot of fun. I remember beating Rocky, and I was like, "Where's your back heels?" And I was confused, and that was the day I learned he didn't actually do it.
Disappointing time.
Yeah, and then we did a second one that had a lot of hype. We had Quinn Manchester in it.
Oh, Quinn.
Good old Quinn, who is in a really cool pop punk band.
Yeah, he's doing something down in Livermore, wherever he's from. Livermore? Liverpool?
He's over in Liverpool right now, killing the pop rock scene.
Punk scene.
But super cool. Yeah, that was definitely fun. Just drawing the names and seeing who's gonna play who. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
That was great.
So the story behind the Battle of the Brotherhood is that there's this. It's basically a skate competition that the Barracks, some warehouse down in LA, created, and it's you just basically play horse, but on a skateboard rather than basketball, and you do single tricks, and the other person has to land it or they get a letter, and it's pretty fun. I mean, people got really into it. Like our friend Elmer, he was really cocky. He just wanted to beat everybody in the world.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm not gonna say our friend.
My coworker. You know when you have those coworkers that you don't want to call a friend.
He works for.
No.
Oh, okay. You were just making a joke. I didn't catch on. That's my brain. All right. I was like, fucking no way he does. Anyways, yeah, he was very, very much so into it. Who else was there? Somebody else. Hunter
That was really cocky?
No, Hunter wanted it. He just pretended like he didn't want it so bad. He plays cool all the time.
The thing was, he was trying to take down TBSK. Remember?
Oh, always. I remember when Hacksaw came out, I was like, man, we're just trying to chill. He's like, yo, fuck it, Hacksaw. I was like, God damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Hacksaw was his own created skate crew, and his goal was to enter this contest, win the prize, and then just destroy TBSK's name.
And he did, and we never saw each other again. He had it in contract. His lawyer talked to ours, and it was a big deal.
Big deal. We're still going to court to this day.
Still going to court to this goddamn day. Good old classic Hunter.
Classic. Anyways, you made Hunter look bad. You took the ×2 spicy ramen and didn't even flinch.
It was really hot. Actually, I'm good now, but
it's a good kick.
It was very spicy. I did drop these on the ground. I was trying not to. I dropped the chopsticks on the ground.
Hopefully the cats don't lick that spot. They might die.
They're just gonna have the shits.
Yeah.
That's all it's really gonna be.
You made it look easy.
All right, I appreciate that.
That's pretty decent for a white-looking guy.
White-looking guy. With the way I can't grow facial hair, it's really it's the Native American nose. It's the Native American facial hair. So, and my name, I guess.
Yeah. So I got another surprise for you. This is why we call it the Munch Gang. I eat a lot of food,
As you should.
as you should, just like normal people. But we try to stick with the interesting foods. But I got something for you. I already showed whoever follows me on Instagram. You've probably seen it already. But it's the thing where you mix Corona with another alcoholic beverage, an Italian liqueur called Disaronno. And I've tried it before, and it tastes exactly like Dr. Pepper. Do you remember this?
I actually watched your video
Yeah.
of you doing this, and I thought you were a complete liar.
Oh, you thought I was faking it?
I was just like, he's a really good actor.
Okay, so for the people out there that thought I faked it, we got a real audience right here that's gonna take the challenge. He's gonna let you know the real. He's not a paid actor.
I am not being paid for this, except for I was paid in delicious taro wafers.
All right, so let's get this. So yeah, you mix. Can you pop that Corona? I have a bottle opener somewhere. Oh, you got it. Oh, is that
Wedding rings?
Damn. So you want to drink a little bit of it, probably down past the stem. Probably a little more than that. I'm gonna pour you, I would say like a shot, like maybe half this thing. Are you excited? Are you
A shot, you say?
a shot? You ever watch? Well, who was that? Martha Stewart or something? That
Fucking some lady.
Oh, some lady.
White blonde girl, and she's just like, and we'll do a shot.
half the bottle.
Does this just get?
For sure, stir it a little bit. As much as you can. It doesn't look like it's stirring, but
Absolutely not moving in the slightest.
yeah, it should mix on the way down, hopefully.
Sure, yeah, we'll say that.
All right, guys, this is for you non-believers. And I'm sorry to steal content from other people that created this, but yeah, I was interested. I didn't believe it either, and I did it myself.
You put it on the internet for Frankie to make better, so thank you.
Yeah.
I'll try it. Whoa, that's weird.
Is that weird?
That's actually such a trip, and I know exactly what Dr. Pepper tastes like because my mom was obsessed with it my entire upbringing. Whoa, what a trip.
What do you think? It smells like Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, it smells pretty good.
It tastes like it. You almost don't even taste the Corona anymore, right?
No, it has like 1% of an alcohol taste, but almost minimal. Like it's not there. But it does taste just like Dr. Pepper. Whoa, that's a trip.
Very weird. So, you know how Dr. Pepper has 23 flavors?
Yes.
How many flavors of the Dr. Pepper do you think that bottle has?
22.
22, that's what I said. It's pretty
Yeah,
close.
Okay. All right,
It's
yeah.
close.
I'm going to say that one flavor left out, it's just replaced with like that 1% of alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like if you ever want to get fucked up and you just don't want to taste it, that's the way to go.
Very dangerous move.
Very dangerous move on
Especially for our buddy Josh Fitzgerald, who drink a whole 12-pack of Dr. Pepper in a day.
Oh man, Josh, I love you to death. You those beer snaps, man. Every day for the last 5-6 years, he's smashing them, and he's downing them. Ends it with the cigarette. I get the dope ass lip singing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, you kill it.
I told him last night because he sends rows and rows and rows of videos of him just chugging beers or just lip singing songs. I'm like, bro, you can make your own podcast with just that.
You could just do this and make a TikTok and just take what you're doing, what you're sending to us, make a TikTok of it, and people will follow. There's an audience for that.
You could be like the next, not Mr. Beast. What's the other one? Food Beast? No. Food Beast? No, there's another guy that just ate the craziest thing. It's a beast.
Oh, LA Beast.
LA Beast.
LA Beast, dude. He did. He's like running out of challenges, and he's just like eating whatever he can. You know what I mean? But I have so much respect for him.
Super respect. Remember that one time? Well, you showed me LA Beast, I think, and he literally had a challenge where he ate cactus that still had prickles in them. I think this dude is crazy. Imagine eating something that's stabbing you through the mouth.
I can't.
Might as well eat glass. I think he probably did that too.
Probably did. For some reason, the one that always sticks out to me, not even the cactus, is like all those Hot Pockets that he ate. When I swear I feel like he was like in an ice bath while he did it, but I can't fathom how much Hot Pockets went down in his stomach.
Fresh out the microwave,
Fresh out the microwave, dude. You know they're burning when he goes down.
He did the.
I think food tastes better that way. Like when it's
I was
burning,
telling you. Remember, you get angry at me for chewing with my mouth open.
Listen to this. Frankie Charlie, growing up, would always come over and he'd eat my fucking food. And when he did it, he'd fucking smack his lips in my face. And I said, hey, I don't like smacking. And he goes, it's how you taste it better.
It adds flavor. I think that's what I said.
Although, so I know I sound a little contradictory right now.
I got you now.
Okay, hold up. Let me gather my words. So, yes, it does, but it's only acceptable when it's hot. Do you see what I'm saying here?
Okay.
Well, you can't be, choking down a Slurpee and go...
A Slurpee. Or a soda. I don't know. But, isn't that crazy, though, the Dr. Pepper drink?
It tastes... Do you want to finish that?
I'll finish it.
Yeah. I mean, it's delicious.
What it tastes like,
I want you to remember.
Yeah.
DP.
Dr. Pepper for
weird,
sure.
Dude. God, what a trip.
All right. Hey, let's take a break.
Yeah,
Let's take a break.
I'm absolutely... I gotta pee. Anyways.
We finally got a sponsor. Is the back of your phone broken? Maybe you forgot to check your lap before getting out of your car. Or maybe you accidentally dropped your phone filming a skate trick. Or maybe you got angry and threw it on the ground. Well, thanks to our sponsor, Lightning Phone Repair, they can fix that right up for you. Not only do they fix iPhones, they also fix Androids and iPads. And they don't call it Lightning Repair for nothing. They can have your phone fixed in a jiff. And I'm not talking about peanut butter. I'm talking within an hour or less. In fact, if you ever decide to get your phone fixed because you're tired of glass splinters, go to Lightning Phone Repair and mention Munch Gang to get $20 off your next phone repair.
This isn't on.
It's off. Yeah.
No one's gonna know we're on the air.
Okay. I know this isn't even on too. So
Gang.
this actually burnt out. I left it on for like 2 or 3 days straight, and that's what you get for buying off Amazon, I guess.
Oh, you got that off Amazon?
Yeah, just
Legit.
custom made it.
That's
it was cool at the time, but then it just burnt out, and
I want to say this, and I want people to respond to this. I want to know. So we all love the name Munch Gang.
Yes.
It's sick. It's cool. I love it. Our friends love it. You fucking love it. We all know Frankie, his last name is Chow Lee. Why didn't he name it Chow Time? It's well, again, like I said, I'm not going to coin that name. I'm not going to take it. My last name's not Chow Lee. Mm-hmm. But I'm just going to leave it up there in the ether. I'm going to leave it there to if you ever want a side segment where you're like, now we're cutting over to Chow Time. And then you see some weird fat dude in the corner who's eating something.
Yeah, that'd be great. Chow Time is a great name just because my last name is Chow Lee.
Right.
Maybe if I get sued for taking Munch Gang, I might have to change my name. But
okay, we'll keep Chow Time over there. Back pocket it.
Yeah. But for the time being, I've looked up on the internet Munch Gang, and there's really nobody else with the name. And that's what I was like,
it's you.
This is something, and it's like really catchy. You know what I mean?
It is. I like it. Munch Gang.
So do you know how, I already talked about it in one of the podcasts, but Munch Gang was basically just a group chat that I created with a couple friends that I've had that we just always hit each other up and go like meet up at a restaurant to eat, or we'll invite each other to each other's houses and just make food and dinner, like Friendsgivings type deal. And yeah, that's where Munch Gang originated. And I made it up. I think I changed the group chat one day. I was like, yo, we are the Munch Gang. And then since then, I was like, yo, that is a sick ass name. You know what I mean?
Like I could turn that into a podcast name.
Yeah. And then I had my spare room here, and then, I have all my beautiful things surrounding us.
So beautiful. I think everybody agrees.
And I've always, you didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell you right now. I feel like I've always been a creative. You know what I mean?
You always have a creative creator.
Yeah. I think it ventured off from skateboarding. And then I think everybody that's ever smoked pot eventually started like trying to rap and freestyle. Like you're bound to rap and if you smoked pot in your previous time. And I feel like I've always been a creative, and I've always needed a certain creative outlet to show people what I can do. I guess I don't know. I
You like to show off, just say it.
a little bit, yeah.
A
I
little
do
bit.
like to. I
There's
do
nothing
like to
wrong with
be
it.
out and
You,
about.
you're entertaining,
Yeah.
right? Like you enjoy making things that other people enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's badass. You
And
know what
also, I just think I could do it better than other people. You know what I mean? And it's like, because I see other people trying these things, I'm like, I feel like I can do it better.
I mean? Name
And-
drop them right now.
And I mean, there's people out there that do it far better than I do, but there's some I'm like, I think I can do that better. And then eventually, I just just do it.
For sure.
Especially with Instagram. Instagram's like one of my favorite social medias to use, and I like editing videos. You've seen some of the videos I make.
It's fun.
It's fun, it's cinematic. I try to show my roots and like Redding's roots too, because I love Redding. Some people don't, but like the last video I made on Instagram was the old Shasta, and I was like, yo, this is a beautiful spot that locals don't really appreciate.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of places around here that people just don't appreciate.
Yeah.
It's easy to overlook the beauty of Reading just because of, some of the downsides, clearly. But when you sit there and you look at it, you go, damn, man, I'm super close to the ocean. I'm super close. Like, it's really not that long of a drive to, like, go up north if you wanted to hit up Oregon or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
8-10 hours, whatever, to get to like LA, like that's not impossible.
It's doable.
It's doable. I mean, like you're in a good central spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we got 2 amazing lakes that we can go swimming at.
Right.
Wakeboarding. And then we have a mountain just an hour north. We go snowboarding. I actually went snowboarding yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, sick. How was that?
It was beautiful, man. I love it up there. It was kind of popping though, I'll tell you.
I believe I 2 of my other friends I saw on social media went skiing, snowboarding, or whatever. So that's funny that you just went.
Apparently, this is the best season ever. Yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it all fresh up there?
It's pretty powdery.
Is the powder sick?
But also, there's an event going on yesterday where I think it was a ski event where they literally hiked up the mountain, like with their skis somehow. I don't know how they did it.
I'm not into that.
There's like 100 people just hiking up the mountain. I have a video of it, but I was amazed because even taking up the lift takes like 20 minutes,
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I heard somebody over the intercom, whatever, some loudspeaker saying, "All right, guys, we have 5 miles." I was like, 5 miles? To put that in perspective, if you ever been to Castle Craig's, I believe Castle Craig's is just under 3 miles, and that takes like 2.5 hours just to hike up.
Yeah, I've done Castle Craig's. It's super fun, but I couldn't imagine in your skis. You said
in your skis in the snow.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's 5 miles round trip or I don't know.
I'm gonna assume it's straight up.
Straight up, but I mean, coming down would be easy with the skis.
Right? Yeah, that'd be the fun part. That's what you're looking forward to. Was that 5 miles skiing down?
I guess so.
Shit.
Yeah, but they're probably so good that they can make it down the mountain within like 15 minutes.
I would imagine. Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, for me, I'm a skateboarder, but snowboarding is a separate beast.
Right.
I thought I'd be good at it because it's basically the same thing.
So different though, at the same time.
But it is a different beast, and I cannot go toe side. If you know what toe side is, I can go heel side, but toe side is a different beast. Have you ever been snowboarding before?
I went snowboarding like 15 years ago was the last time I went.
15
years ago.
Holy
So
crap.
I'm not going to pretend like it was anytime soon, but like a very long time ago.
Yeah. It's a different beast. Because
Absolutely.
People have always told me, they're like, oh, you should go up to the mountain. You're a skateboarder. You should catch it right away.
They always say that.
It's been 4 years.
Surfing's the same way. Like, I'll go to Santa Cruz to go surf with a couple of our friends. And although that's a little easier to grasp, with skateboarding knowledge rather than snowboarding. But surfing still, like, just because you're a skateboarder doesn't mean you pick it up.
It's not.
It's different.
Especially because if you built like old habits from skateboarding, then it will cross over to you on a snowboard or a surfboard, and it just doesn't work that way.
Absolutely.
especially when a skateboard, your wheels can only go one direction or two directions, technically, frontwards and backwards. But when you're on a snowboard, you can slide it 360,
Yeah,
everywhere. And that's something I couldn't get used to.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you'll get it another 4 years or so.
Yeah. But man, it was beautiful up there. I loved it.
I need to go. I gotta go. I gotta take those kids to the frickin' snow.
Yeah. That's it. I got a sled you can borrow.
Ooh, I bought a sled last time we went. We went to the snow to go sledding like a month and a half ago, and maybe it was 2 months ago, and we bought a sled. We're like, cool, this will work, and then it just broke that same day. Like we weren't even like doing anything extreme. It just broke. Excuse me.
Some of them be like that. You hit a decent jump and it just cracks.
Yeah, seriously, it's ridiculous. Again, you didn't bring it up. I'm gonna say it.
What do you got?
Do you know what it's like to
Dramatic effect?
hold up, pick up a dead body?
No.
So
not even close.
I say this with the utmost respect because I don't want anybody to like feel disrespected because people have loved ones who drop and die all the time, right? Mm-hmm. It's very common. I work for a company, a very nice company that deals with the dead. I go and pick up the bodies when they pass, whether it's from the hospital or whether it's from their home or something. Once they're pronounced dead. And it's such a trip because you don't know if you could do it until you try it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
explain the first time you did it.
So the very first time I did it, obviously you get trained, you go with somebody, and they're like, hey, we got a call, it's up in Bernie. And I was like, I got to drive an hour, and it's just this hour suspense to get to this person that I don't even know if I can do this job yet, And then, obviously, so I do it. We get in the van with this guy, and we drive an hour, and we get to Bernie, and it's like some reservation or something. And it was this old lady. She was in a wheelchair, and when she had passed, she was like stuck in her wheelchair. So she was like, stuck like this. And rigor mortis sets in like super fast. You know what I mean? Like, so they stiffen up. And when we were trying to move her, her legs are just
stiff
like that. You know what I mean?
Like if you didn't close your bag of chips, you get stale.
His bodies do the exact same way.
Yeah.
And right when I saw her, I was like, oh, wow, that is a dead person. And then I went to go move her with him. And once I did, and I grabbed her, I was like, oh, okay, I can do this job.
So what do you place him? Do you put him on a gurney?
Yeah, we bring in a gurney from the van, and we put down this big piece of plastic that we put them in it, very respectfully cover them, and then put this nice like silk-esque looking cover on it, and we cover them up. It's pretty intense, and like those smells you never forget.
Oh,
you never forget.
So you're talking about rigor mortis. When you lay them on the gurney, are they still in that position sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, you need to
massage their muscles or something.
Not really. You just have to break the rigor mortis.
Oh,
not like break their like bones or anything, but you have to break the rigor mortis, which is like sometimes you have to like give it like a little force. Like kind of force it, or sometimes rub the muscle. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whatever it might be. Like we get fingerprints, and like I'll go to get a finger, and like I'm like, okay, come on.
Oh no.
And you'll feel
no.
And mind you, when I'm working this, I work from 5 p.m. to 12, right? So like that's when I'm on call, and so at 11 o'clock with one calls, I go out there to the all by myself, and so I pop in a podcast, pretend the zombie apocalypse never gonna happen,
right?
And then go do my thing. It's ridiculous.
So that is a crazy job.
It really is.
You'd think, because I've seen, like at my old apartments, I've seen like the coroner's like truck. I thought they were supposed to pick up the bodies. So why are you picking up the bodies?
So a coroner comes and has to pronounce them dead and stuff. They only take the body when it's like
for investigation.
If like they're like confused, like if a 23-year-old person dies and they go, oh, that's pretty young, you know what I mean? And there's no like clear like a head bashed in or anything. we should take them in just to check them, so that they'll do the autopsy and, do that whole deal. But when it's like an older person who, dies of a heart attack or whatever, they're like, okay, cool, call the funeral home,
Wow. Have you ever, I hate to bring this up, but you ever had to pick up a younger person?
The youngest person I ever had to pick up was, I won't use names or anything, of course, out of respect, but youngest person I had to pick up was, I think, 32. And,
okay, that's not too young.
That's not too young. I luckily, I've told my boss that I won't do like youngins. You know what I mean? I had to do one baby once from the hospital. It was very, very sad. Like, it was a stillborn. So she had to give birth to it like very, very early, to get it out because it had obviously passed ahead of time. And it was sad. Like, I cried and I had talked to it. You know what I mean? It was like a coping method. It was pretty intense. But I was like, yeah, I can't do these anymore. So luckily, I have people that I work with that it doesn't bother them.
They're used to it.
They're
maybe
more used to it. Don't have kids. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? I can't, having kids, I can't deal with kid shit.
Have you ever had any nightmares of work?
Not really, because death is pretty peaceful, as weird and emo as that sounds, you know what I mean? It's,
I cut my life into pieces.
This is my last resort. Anyways,
it's like Slipknot.
Yeah, I went a little slippy right there. I wasn't trying to. No nightmares, but sometimes, like, you don't forget like a face or something, you know what I mean? Because faces stick in certain ways, bro. There was this one time. So there's this game on Steam. There's a demo of it. It's called like The Mortuary's Assistant. If you can only imagine, it's a horror game where you work in a morgue.
What? Who invents these games, dude?
Motherfuckers, that too. And oh god, it was so. You just have to do all these things that that they would do at the morgue, and I played it, and there's just all these terrifying things that happen. I was like, shouldn't have done that. I work in one of these,
Yeah.
So then the next week when I had to go into work, I'm moving someone. The where we put them was full, so I had to put them somewhere else. And when I went to go put them in that room, there was like a lady who had just been embalmed. And if you don't know what embalming is, it's basically when
they make them look pretty.
Not yet. That it's when they drain their blood and they basically replace the blood with embalming fluid. You know what I mean? So it preserves them essentially, and it preserves them long enough to where like you can have like a viewing and that's
an open casket,
and they look pretty and stuff. You know what I mean?
What does the embalming fluid consist of? Do you know?
Oh, not the slightest clue. I just know it's a funky color and it'll kill you.
I think it's epoxy.
My God. But so I was going to put them in there. There's this old lady who was freshly embalmed. And I opened up the door, I flicked the light on, and she's just like sitting there, and I see her. I'm like, you were just in this Mortuary's Assistant game I played. I don't want to see you move, so I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see you. I move the body in there, and then I back out. I go grab my stuff, and as I go back in there, I'm like, my peripherals, I don't want to see you move.
Right.
They didn't. But in my mind, I was just like, don't move. I'm here by myself. It's 11 at night.
Or they just disappear.
They just disappear like, nope.
I'm not looking around. I'm clocking out.
And I'm out of here. But yeah, it's a crazy job, dude.
That is a crazy job, man. I don't know how you do that.
Some people can, some people can't. It's as simple as that. My wife works in that business as well. We both are just two people who are able to handle it. Her better than myself. She has to put so she does these things called eye caps. So when you go to a viewing, most of the time, like a lot of people pass with their eyes open. Mm-hmm. So she takes these eye caps, which like look like a contact lens with like little baby spikes on one side. So she lifts up the eyelid and puts it on the eyeball and then closes the eyelid to where the eyelids stay shut. And then a lot of the times, once again, the mouths are open and you don't want someone just like like that when you go see them. So she has to go in there with like this big crescent like hook and then sew the jaw shut.
Oh my
We're kind of
goodness.
like the Addams family now that I think about it.
How does she do that?
She's a freak too. She's a
crazy.
freak too, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Wild.
Sew the
wild.
mouth shut?
Fucking wild. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't imagine like just the pressure, you know what I mean, to go through certain, excuse me, certain areas. But she does it. She does it like a boss.
Is there a way to deal with the smell? Do you guys like a mask or something?
Masks kind of help until they don't. You know, what I mean, the scent is gonna get around it.
Yeah.
I've heard if you put Vicks on your nose, like or on your lip or something, that it'll completely mask it. And like some bodies, like people don't find for a couple weeks, so they're what we like to call decomps. You know what I mean? They've been decomposing, and those are just like the worst scent you've ever smelled, bro. Like I'll get whiffs of like something like a garbage can or whatever, and I'm like, is there a body around me right now?
Yeah, it's just kind of ingrained into you.
Yeah.
And it's a certain smell that's not familiarized with anything else, right? It's just like its own.
It's its own scent until you smell it and go, ah, that's that. And then other things you smell just kind of will remind you of it.
Oh.
It's intense.
So how do you eat at night afterwards?
Like a king.
Like a king. Yeah, like Hawaiian bread king.
Dude, delicious bread. I have no problem, honestly, eating or anything. I've gotten past it all, really.
Well, speaking of eating, we are the Munch Gang, and
Much king.
I'm going to ask you what I should ask everybody that gets on. If you had one food to choose for the rest of your life, what would it be?
So so let me be specific here. If I just one food, I could just have that food. But you're saying I have to eat this food, and that's all I could ever eat.
That's it. Yeah, if you're stuck on an island and you only were given one choice of food, it could be, let's say you could choose one dish, like say you want fettuccine alfredo.
Okay, gotcha.
Or you can choose one item. Let's say you want potato, but you can have potato in multiple ways, like mashed potatoes, fries, scallops, or so on.
Right. You say potatoes, and honestly, that's a smart choice.
It's a good move.
Just because of what you can do with potatoes, fam.
Exactly.
Delicious, man. I just made these double baked stuffed potatoes. I won't get into it.
What do you mean double baked?
Bro,
How do you double?
good.
So you bake it and then you bake it again?
You legit. You put it in there for like an hour. You cut it across the top. You open it up. You put some chicken in there, some barbecue sauce, some like Gouda cheese, and you put some like onions and whatever else I threw up in there.
That's a big potato.
It's double baked because then you throw some stuff on it and then you bake it again for another 10, 30 minutes or however long it was. Double baked.
That's wild.
It was so good. But one food I'm going to say, if I always had to eat it, it would kill me, but I'm going to throw pizza on there.
Pizza.
I love pizza.
Okay.
I can always eat it.
That's a good one. Pizza.
So good.
Oh, man.
Man, it'd make me so fat. I'd die on that island.
Yeah, you'd probably be fat after a week.
Yeah. I would die very, very fast.
And you'll have the farts for days.
Oh, you don't, man. There's no going back from it. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned potato because I feel like potato's my move.
It's a smart move.
Because mashed potatoes is my favorite food of all time.
I know that.
It's like the worst thing you can eat in real life other than pasta. But it's so good. You got so many options. I'll eat it in any form.
You will.
I'll tell you what.
I remember you coming over, man, and just being like, "You got potatoes here?" Other before my taquitos,
Yeah.
and you would just eat every ounce of mashed potatoes in there.
Yeah.
It was great.
I used to, when I first moved into my first apartment, I would literally just buy the Idaho potato packets. And that would be my dinner like every night. I'd be like, "Ooh, today's garlic, tomorrow's 4 cheese."
Wow, diverse.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're not more portly.
What's portly mean?
Thick.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that potato diet, but you look good for a potato diet.
And I was skating a lot back then, so I think that was helping me.
The balance.
Yeah. Right. What about something to drink? If you had one thing to drink for the rest of your life,
It's like a specific flavor, not a variety pack of sorts.
well, not a specific flavor. We can do like generalized, like boba tea or soda.
Sure.
Or
I don't drink
Kool-Aid.
soda. But let me ask you this. Is it going to sustain me? Because if I don't choose water, I'm like dying.
Oh, you're thinking of for flavor wise, you're asking?
Well, because I'm saying like if I don't drink soda, but hypothetically I chose root beer. You can't live off of root beer.
You cannot.
Would whatever this last drink that I have to drink forever, like, would it sustain me as if it were water?
I guess substance and nutrients, no effect. So
Okay.
yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. Okay.
So basically, flavor profile.
Let's go. How? Strawberry banana like milkshake.
Milkshake or smoothie?
Smoothie sounds better. But there are milkshake versions. But like a strawberry banana smoothie to me sounds amazing right now. But I feel like I'd get bored of it.
You would.
I would get anything I'd get bored of, I guess.
Yeah, and strawberry banana is so basic. I feel
it is. It was the first thing that popped in my head, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I guess I did put you on the spot, but for me, something to drink. Let's see here. I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind is like boba tea, like boba milk tea.
I do love boba milk tea.
And that would be delicious.
That's a meal as well.
Yeah, you get milk.
Yeah, you get milk, you get boba.
You get tea. And yeah, you get ice.
And there's the ice in there. You get the straw. I can't eat it, but it's there.
How about this? Best local spot in town. Like, where's your go-to?
Well, my wife and I we still go to Champa.
Oh, yeah.
Champa Garden's classic.
I like that you dig the Asian food, to be honest.
I'm married to a Filipino woman.
It's true.
You know, the food her mom has fed me. I grew up picky. You know what I mean? Marrying her, I am no longer picky. I tried food I never would have thought I'd ever try.
And also, I feel like once you learn the Thai, or just, I guess Asian in general, the Thai ways, it's hard to get away from. It's so good.
It's so true, man.
Just the flavor profile, especially like just pho itself.
Oh yeah,
right?
absolutely. Pho's so good. But I mean, even outside of Thai, it's when I go over to her house and she has like pancit cooked, or she's got freaking adobo or freaking the lumpia. I'm just like, oh man, so good.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with it.
Thai food would probably be my spot too. I don't know about specific place. Thai Hut's always been pretty good. My cousin's spot up
yes,
Lay's house right by Chuck E. Cheese.
I still haven't been there. I live right by it too.
Yeah, you got to go there.
I know. Damn.
Bomb. And this is not a paid sponsorship.
What's your cousin's name?
It's like the whole family on the cousin side.
I'm just gonna name drop. It's like you're my cousin now because I'm good friends with Frankie.
Yeah, just go in there, use code MunchGang, get 20 cents off your next order.
You 20 cents off. I can promise you 20 cents, but that's about it.
Yeah, they still need to keep afloat. If you know what I mean. Yeah, they got really good food. But I recently found this new spot, and I'm trying to get a sponsorship from them. And I already posted it on Instagram, but...
The burrito place?
The burrito place.
I need to go there. I was just telling Nia about that. I was like, I saw Frankie talk about this joint.
You gotta
I want to try it.
And you know I don't mess around with my potatoes.
We've been over this episode.
Yeah. Dude, that place is good. It seems like a weird spot, especially because the previous owners of Nipa's, like, nobody ever went there. Let's be honest.
Never heard of it.
But yeah, Nipa's was right there, that same building. But now it's owned by these, Super Burrito Mexican place, and it's delicious, man. It's so good. I've never had, because I've had Mexican food all over.
What's it called again?
Super Burrito.
Super Burrito.
And there's this burrito I get. I get two things mainly. I get this. It's called the 9/11 burrito, which is basically grilled chicken carnitas inside a burrito. Oh, amazing. So and then another thing I get is like carne asada fries, but you sub grilled chicken instead of steak, and it's delicious.
I'm so hungry.
So if you go there,
we just ate hot noodles.
You get the 9/11 and have Nia get the chicken fries.
Chicken fries. God, that sounds so good.
I went in there the other day and I was like, yo, you guys have any hats for sale or any shirts for sale? They're like, no, just for the workers.
You're like, can I work here?
Yeah, I was like, do I have to get a job just so I can get a shirt? He didn't say anything.
Damn it.
But I was like letting him know. I was like, "Yo, this place is bomb." And yeah,
It's going to be your next sponsor.
I hope so.
I'm gonna go in there and just be like, "Hey, Munch Gang turned me on to you."
Yeah.
He's like, "What? Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, every time you go in there, mention Munch Gang. They don't know who I am.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, but
Send them the links to this.
so I can at least get 20 cents off my next order.
You gotta keep them afloat, you know.
Keep them afloat. Man, haven't seen you in so long. You gotta have some questions for me.
When are you gonna come play Dungeons and Dragons with me?
I played once with you. I remember back in the day. I don't think
Oh
Dungeons.
wait. You did?
I have before. Yeah. Before they had.
That sounds like a myth. So one of the people I play with, Michael Spoon and Brandon Abreu, I was playing with them and I'm like, oh, have you guys met Frankie? And they're like, yeah, we played with him once. I'm like, no, you didn't.
They said that.
I was like, I've never played with him. And he's like, yeah, we played with him once. And then you just said that. This is a memory that is completely removed from my head.
Wow. Probably because you lost that day.
Maybe,
No, you're usually the dungeon master.
yeah.
But yeah, I've played before. I played.
Damn. I wish I had that memory.
It was a long time ago. It was before they even had like 3D printing of the creatures or even boards. In fact, we just wrote it down on a piece of paper back in the day.
Right. I mean, I won't get into it, but damn, I really wish I had that memory. I must have been drunk or something.
Most likely.
Most likely I was. Well, we'll have you back, and if anybody wants to play Dungeons and Dragons, I will DM you. No big deal. Hit me up.
Not Instagram DM, but Dungeon Master.
I will Dungeon Master you. Yeah. Don't DM me.
Yeah.
For the love of God. Yeah. But yeah, dude, it's such a fun game. I play like every other week with a group of people, wife included.
Every other week.
Mm-hmm. Get together and just fucking nerd out.
Are you always the DM?
Yeah, I'm a forever DM. It seems we have.
Do you have a setup? Do you have like your own board or like?
Well, it's like it all just depends because it's so sandboxy. You know what I mean? It's just like whatever the players end up wanting to do is where we go. You know, so I can't just have so many things pre-planned or like pre-set up because you don't know if it's going to get there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like one of the players could just be like, yeah, so we're in this bar, but actually I chop his fucking head off. So let's not go to the Coliseum. And I'm like, okay, wasn't expecting that, you know?
True. So it's kind of like a freestyle gig.
It really is. It's a do whatever you want, you know what I mean, type thing. It's just, I mean, to a certain degree, you know? But it's so much fun. I love it. Definitely have to have you out.
Yeah. And you're telling me earlier you did a podcast or something about Dungeons and Dragons. You want to shout that out?
I had I don't know if Tony's still doing it. It was called All Flex No Dex. Great name. You'd have to know Dungeons and Dragons to get the reference.
Is that, Matrix cards? Is that something to do with that?
Yeah, dude. And Matrix is great. The people in there are super nice. You know EJ, right?
Hutchins, yeah.
That's his parents.
What?
That's his parents' own Matrix.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yes.
Amazing.
Which is crazy because he's such a sports guy. You'd be like, how the fuck are you not in your parents' store always nerding out? But
and he's a rapper too.
What? EJ is?
Yeah.
EJ, you watch?
EJ.
EJ, do you watch this? Yeah, his parents own that place. Super, super nice. They will like hook you up with whatever. That's your next sponsorship. Go to Matrix.
Matrix, sponsor me.
20% off your next, or not 20 cents off your next purchase.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy.
If you mention code Munch Gang.
Code Munch Gang.
They'll be like, what is that? So y'all know.
I love it.
Yeah. Dude, actually speaking of not video games, but games, I just finished The Last of Us 2 finally after 5 years of it coming out.
Dude, that was one of those games I didn't rush through, but like I beat it way too fast, so I didn't get to like
how many hours?
Put a lot of hours into it, but so it wasn't like I just ran from point A to point B, but it was such a good game.
That's how I felt about it too, because I was like, I want to get it over with, because I think I made it up to almost 30 hours of gameplay, but I was like, dude, I just want it to end so I can get a happy ending or whatever. But then once I get to the end, I'm like, dude, I wish there was more. You know?
Absolutely, I'm the same way. I did the same thing with God of War 2. I played it. My first 30 hours in God of War 2, I was hitting every corner. But then I was like, oh shit, like something else is coming out, I want to be able to play that, but I don't want to have this just sitting on the back burner. So I need to beat it. So then I went through and I beat God of War in the next 30 hours. And I was just like, well, shit, now I beat it. And I wish I had more of it,
Yeah.
So it's bittersweet.
Yeah. There's almost an inclination of there might be in The Last of Us 3, but I don't know. But there's also perfect timing because the HBO Max show just came out. So it's
Pedro Pascal, dude.
Pascal.
Killing it.
Yeah, it kind of threw me off.
New episode tonight.
Is it tonight? Have you watched it?
No. Well, tonight. Why
Have
we
you
are
watched
recording
it? No,
it
I mean,
comes
have
out.
you watched like any episodes?
Oh, episode 1? Yes, I did.
And you liked it?
Loved it.
It came up to par?
It was, dude. Have you not seen it?
No.
It's like they play true to what the game was. There's like so many scenes that they do that was just straight from the game. You know what I mean?
I've seen side by sides.
Yeah.
And literally the scenes are exactly the same exact scenes as a video game. And I was blown away.
And that's all you need to do, and then you have you'll have an award-winning freaking show if you just do what the game did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to branch out. Well, when it showed that, you didn't see it, but there's this. It's not a spoiler or anything, but there's this old lady, and she's like kind of crippled at first, but then she obviously turns to a zombie, and she has like these fungal tentacles coming from her mouth. You know what I mean? Disgusting.
And the CGI is pretty good and whatnot.
Yeah, looks fantastic, dude.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's
Especially
so good.
with Pedro Pascal. He's had a huge background. He was the Mandalorian, right?
Game of Thrones, too.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
What else is
absolutely.
he from? He's from
A lot of things.
a lot of. I can't think of him now, but he's.
Yeah, I know another one, and now I can't think of what the name of it is. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's
There's a lot. It's great, and they're all fantastic.
Right.
Gracious.
Well, anyways, thanks for coming,
Dude,
Kiowa.
thanks for having me. Fantastic. So good to see you again.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's not make it years in between the next time we see each other.
Yeah, and hopefully I don't wake you up with the I kissed you last night while you were sleeping.
I hope you do. It'll be pleasant.
Thanks for coming on the Munch Gang.
Dude, thank you for having me again.
If you want to be friends with Kiowa, see what he's up to, or if you want to play Dungeon and Dragon with him,
We'll do that.
he will be your dungeon
Won't be
master.
your friend, but I'll be your dungeon daddy.
Dungeon Daddy. the DD.
The DD, baby.
The DD of DD. Anyways, all right, guys. Thanks for watching another episode of the Munch Gang. We're going to end it here. And please subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Munch Gang. You already know. And thanks for watching. Peace, guys.
Share it up.